Welcome to Alcohol and Anime Night for another unboxing. This week we've got the Sega Luminasta Freyrun in the Mimic. Stay tuned. Welcome back everybody to Alcohol and Anime Night, and again we're doing another unboxing on a figure that I really was looking forward to. I pre-ordered it some time ago from I believe the Lunar Toy Store, and I checked their site. It looks like not only has the price gone up a little bit since the pre-order, but it looks like they're also sold out, as is Big Bad Toy Store. It looks like Amazon has a few left, so go over there to check it out. It's under $30, so very affordable for sure. The question is this the right figure for you? So going on to a couple of things right off the bat. The first and most obvious thing is this actually is two pieces. You could say it's almost two figures. The first figure is the Mimic. And the Mimic itself, if you don't know, it's a kind of a monster from Dungeons and Dragons that basically pretends to be a treasure chest or something like that, and then when you go to get in the treasure chest, it essentially attacks you. It's very funny. Throughout the series, there's a running gag where Freyrun is a genius. She's completely the best at everything. She's so good at magic. She's super tough, but she has a complete weakness for like treasure and looking for these grimoires, and she falls for the Mimic every time. It's a great little piece of comedy relief, and this perfectly catches that. So if you know, you know. But the Mimic itself, it does open and close. It's got a little hinge joint here. It closes just to there where the teeth are, but good detail in and out. It looks like a mouth. It's got plenty of room inside there for basically whatever you want to put in there. So you could use this for a Dungeons and Dragons display if you just wanted this. This is actually pretty cool. It's about 1/12 scale, so it would be perfect for that. So you can use it for a whole number of other things, and it scales well with that. And then of course the second part is the Freyrun figure. Now, keeping in mind that this figure actually goes inside the Mimic, they've put quite a lot of detail on it. Quite a lot of detail on the face, quite a lot of detail on the hair, even the earrings, and it all is pretty well detailed, considering that, again, about 35 to 50% of this figure is actually going to be concealed inside the Mimic, unless you decide to display it a different way, which, I mean, I guess I played around this a few different ways you could display her, and that's fun too. And once she is in the Mimic, then the front two teeth on it are actually recessed a little bit, so that way her body fits pretty flush in there, and then you can adjust this Mimic on there. Either it's, you know, having it a little bit more open or more closed. It's a really great display. It's very funny. I know a bunch of you degenerates are going to look at this way and have a whole bunch of other ideas that I didn't do, but you'll definitely like this one. So some final thoughts. Great painting on the actual treasure chest itself. It's very weathered looking. The painting on the teeth and everything, it's more detailed than they probably needed to do. And again, I'm pretty impressed with the amount of detail on Freyrun herself, considering, again, they didn't really need to put this much detail on her because on a regular display, you wouldn't see it. And so I think that was pretty cool. Now, onto some things that I kind of wish were different. And now this isn't fair, because this is a fairly inexpensive, under $30 figure, and so any of these things I'm saying are just not fair at all. But if I had my wish, and what would make this the best thing I've ever seen, is if there was a way to put a hinge joint on the knees and on this upper torso to allow her to straighten her legs, just so she can stand up. Even if they didn't change the articulation in her hands, and she still kind of had her hands out like this, which could be funny because it looks like maybe she's casting a spell, like casting magic missile or something. That would be cool. But I understand that would now make her an action figure. Adding articulation of any kind does now change the whole deal, and I would expect any of these figures that had any kind of articulation at all, because it would probably also need to have an ankle articulation too. So just to get her to stand up would require at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 extra points of articulation. You could probably expect that figure price to almost double just based on those 5 points of articulation. So and then at that point, you might as well add a shoulder articulation. And now we're getting into $50, $60, maybe even $70, including that Mimic. So for what you're getting here, under $30 in most cases, you're getting a lot. You're really getting a lot, and I think it's a unique display. So many other anime figures really are just kind of standing there looking beautiful, and there are several ones like that with Freyrun. In fact, I definitely could be convinced to get another one, but this one was just so funny, and it was so different than the normal figures that you get that I really just had to pick this one up, and it's just so unique. So I definitely recommend this one, especially for that price point. It seems to be sold out several places, so don't get gouged on the price. I don't know if this is worth $40, but for under $30, yeah, pick this one up. If you're a Freyrun fan, this is funny, and it would be really funny to scale with some of your other figures. If you have a Fern, it'd be funny to have her pulling, looking like she's trying to pull her legs out of there. There could be a lot of other things that you could do. So, again, great figure. Absolutely recommend. This one took a while to come in on pre-order, but pick this one up if you can. My name was Scott. Kampai.